Hello, my beautiful souls. The Awakened Dreamer here to give you your daily tarot reading for Thursday, August 4th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind this is general for the day for all 12 signs, so just take what resonates, excuse me. But as well, thank you in advance for your likes, comments, and of course subscriptions to the channel if you haven't done so already. Now, we're going to begin by pulling from the Guardian Dragons deck. And then we'll pull from the Gilded Tarot Royale. I did hear wishful thinking before I started recording, as well as I just heard staying focused for Thursday. Flying out, we have vulnerable, okay? It may feel like people are seeing you exposed in one way, shape, or form, or simply putting yourself out there, okay? You could also feel as if in one way, shape, or form, people are seeing who you're becoming or the truth that you're experiencing, going through. I feel like being drawn to this reading, you're going through a lot, even if it doesn't seem like it 24/7. But I do feel like there's just a level of truth in the air, or just you could feel as if you're needing to open up to certain people. And all the meanwhile, you're pushed to have a bit of fun. Okay, we're going to pull a third one. Prosperity. Okay. So in the midst of being vulnerable at certain points, whether you choose to or not, you're pushed to have some fun and embrace the prosperity that surrounds you and is available to acquire. All right. So let's pull and Grace. All right. I think that came up in a reading recently, but I do feel like you're growing through it all. So let's pull some tarot. Wow, that was loud is what I just heard as I hit the cards on the table. And I feel that was quite relevant for this day. For Thursday to continue. Death, okay? In the midst of the day, you're thinking about an ending. You could feel quite depleted or just be viewed as somebody who's depleted, even if you're not feeling 100% that way. It's like, yes, okay, I have a lot going on, going through a bit of a transformation potentially, or just dealing with a lot behind closed doors. And again, I feel like being drawn to this reading, quite a hefty schedule, okay? But I do feel like through a situation that you know is meant to come to an end eventually, you're having a bit of fun, all right? And exposing oneself once again in one way, shape, or form. They keep wanting to word it in that manner. What else do we have? Taking your time as well. It doesn't feel like you're feeling the need to be completely rushed, knowing intuitively or just within that you're going to get it done when it needs to, right? No need to stress is what I'm getting, even if those around you are a bit stressed, all right? But I do feel like the Chariot coming out, because I do feel as if you're needing to migrate a bit throughout this day, potentially gaining prosperity in regards to what you're meant to move after. A need for balance. There's a reason why I chose to wear the yin and yang ring, but I do feel like the feeling in the air is a bit sunny but emotional in certain ways. The sunniness could potentially outweigh the slight emotion, but I do feel like you could be the peace in a situation. But I do feel, if you so choose, but you're going through a balancing act throughout this day, earning income or just gaining that prosperity once again. But I do feel like protection will be reminded is what I just heard. And your feelings coming into play, okay, in one way, shape, or form. Even if you're pushed to just think back to certain feelings. I mean, think about how many times I've repeated, I feel. Okay, beep, beep, I'm coming through is what I just heard, as there was a horn in the background. But everything's purposeful. Remember that, especially in these readings. But I do feel you're going to recognize that you can be happy in the midst of this balancing act. There's something about staying busy and that making you happy, but the rest you gained previous to this day made you feel more replenished. So again, balance things out. But I do feel like you're being reminded that you can achieve this Ten of Pentacles lifestyle. But it may feel like in one way, shape, or form, whether that's small findings, gifts, clarity, messages from spirit, It feels like a bit of a treasure hunt throughout the day in one way, shape, or form. But I do feel as if the prosperity that is gained throughout this Thursday is yours for the taking. It's meant to be. People can quiet down. Interesting. But I feel as if in the midst of all of which, you do gain a headache or just go through some spiritual messing with, or it's just a stressful situation where you're able to have fun once again. And that's just a skill in and of itself. You know, what comes out, comes out. Interesting, key wording. But I do feel like things do feel a bit heavy at certain points, but you can handle it, okay? Let's actually put this one back. I do, with the Six of Cups, I feel like gratuity is coming to play, as well as memories of the recent past. A small transformation within somebody you're guided to connect with throughout the day. I just heard side by side, and I do feel like through having fun, you remember how strong you are, or you regain your strength to keep doing what you got to do. Whether this is at work, at home, you name it. I just feel as if it's a day where you're strengthening oneself through, again, having that enjoyment wrapped up in whatever you're accomplishing or moving towards, and therefore you're inspiring other people to do the same. It's like, why be so overly serious? But there may be points in the day where you feel a bit overly serious, but again, you're going through a lot. And I feel like you're manifesting a ton all the meanwhile, and reminded that the possibilities are endless through the prosperity, the abundance you gain at certain points. I feel like bonding with people will feel rewarding, and just I sense that there's somebody, if not multiple people, you'll miss and will miss you down the line when a change comes into play. So to accept that abundance and enjoy the present moment, even though Spirit's pushing at certain points to think about the past and to prepare for the future. But I do feel like there is certain points in the day where you gain that prosperity, and it makes you think about what you lack, okay? There's a confidence about the way you walk around throughout this day, and that helps you convey messages through your energy, okay? Allow that to remind you the power of your way of being, the power of your mind, your emotions, and how that all plays into your energy and your strut and all of which, okay? You're one powerful being is what I'm hearing. And I do feel as if you are being viewed as the King of Swords, someone who's wise, someone who's bold, someone who just knows what they're doing. I just heard other worlds to experience, okay? But other worlds in another sense as well. Take that how you wish. But I am now being very much drawn to the crown, all right? Royal vibes at certain points. But I do feel like there's a vibe where you move slowly and it doesn't feel overforced, and that gives off even more of this King of Swords vibe, where you just, you know what you're doing, so you don't have to force it. You almost know what's about to happen, so you don't need to force it. I also feel like in another sense, you're reminded you have what it takes to embrace something that feels like it's coming to be slowly, whether that's something getting off the ground or just a new beginning. I feel as if you are a little bit guarded in one way, shape, or form throughout this day, but try to enjoy yourself once again, because I feel like that's key. I feel it's really truly key to enjoy yourself throughout this day, so you can make the best until the best. And I feel like it'll even gain you more prosperity because your energy will be better. You'll I feel like, okay, I heard cracking jokes. But I sense that there's some justice being acquired once again, as we had that yin and yang symbol popping out in the reading for a second time. And I truly feel like you're going to feel, okay, almost statuesque at certain points, and then just completely opposite at others. Okay, opposites will attract is now what I'm hearing. I do feel like you have a goals in touch throughout this day, so don't feel the need to rush or just overdo it in one way, shape, or form. I'm now hearing less is more. When it comes to speaking to people, when it comes to what you're wrapped up with accomplishing, less is more. Quality over quantity, I feel the need to say. But I do feel like, again, this is all benefiting you when it comes to a new beginning. But this fun vibe coming to be once again, even though it's on the other side of the reading. And I truly feel like This is coming through as someone else's energy, or at times you might embody the King of Swords and other times the King of Cups. Wise, strong, bold, got it together, and then a little bit emotional but still confident in others. Predictive nature being spoken about or just thought about in one way, shape, or form. It's a day where, again, you're being pushed to remember a door's closing moving forward, and you need to have fun and make the best until the best. It's going to be key for your success and your energy, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light, and I'll see you next time. Bye.